Today you'll be feeling friendly, unique, and a bit rebellious. That's because the moon has moved out of conservative, practical Capricorn and into the much more open-minded, eccentric sign of Aquarius. Greetings, Randy Gove here, and welcome to That's That. In this Moon Vibe playlist, we're talking about how people's behavior changes as the moon moves through all 12 signs of the zodiac. This video is about the moon in Aquarius, which happens for about 2.5 days every month. If you're not sure which zodiac sign the moon is currently in, you can use the moon calendar link in the description to find out, then jump to the appropriate Moon Vibe video, which also has the links in the description. Okay, let's press on with the moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is the 11th sign of the zodiac, and it has a water bear as its mascot. The water represents knowledge, which is why the glyph looks like a couple of water waves, although it also kind of looks like a symbol for an electrical resistor. Aquarius is ruled by the planet Uranus. Well, not Uranus, just Uranus. Well, maybe Uranus sounds better. Anyway, Uranus is the planet of sudden change and technology. Here are some Aquarius keywords for your consumption. I will use them to explain the Aquarius vibe. The easiest way to observe the Aquarius vibe is by how friendly people become. For instance, you might find yourself having a conversation with a classmate or coworker or a neighbor that's been around you for a while, but you've never bothered to get to know. That's because during the Aquarius moon, it's much easier to appreciate the uniqueness about each person. So you might feel delighted to have a conversation with people that you normally thought were uninteresting. Another easy observation is that people are pruning away all the things in life they don't need. For example, they'll be going through their closets and their attics and their garages and just ditching the stuff that they don't need anymore because there's less emotional attachment to the past and more focus on the future. So people will be sending all their stuff to the trash or the recycle bin or donation center or just selling it. Well, the Aquarius moon is not just about being friendly and ditching old stuff. Let's take a closer look. The work environment changes dramatically from the reserved feeling of Capricorn to the much more open-minded, group-oriented feeling of Aquarius. That desire to climb the corporate ladder to success and material wealth is replaced with a feeling of a group cooperation toward a common vision. In fact, if you or your team or your company doesn't have a vision, this is the best time of the month to create one because it's much more easy to see into the future at this time. Aquarius is also the time of sudden changes. Try to expect the unexpected. Since Aquarius rules science and technology, this is a really good time to learn some new technology tools to help you improve your work, such as new AI tools. If you're working in science and technology, the Aquarius moon is a great time to possibly have a breakthrough. Relationship dynamics also change dramatically during this time as the moon moves out of luxury-seeking Capricorn and into the more individualistic, experimental, humanitarian vibe of Aquarius. Relationships are not feeling that emotionally intimate during this time. However, this is a really good time to appreciate your partner's unique personality and point of view. For example, maybe you find out that your partner is interested in joining or promoting some humanitarian cause that you're also interested in. This is a really good time to socialize with friends or have your friends over for some new group activity. You also might find yourself making new friends that aren't your normal, typical friend standard. In fact, if you don't have a partner at this time, a lot of romances can occur when somebody gets promoted out of the friend zone. Intimacy during this time can be quite experimental, so be sure to try something new. Now, if you've been having problems with your partner, this is actually the best time of the month for forgiveness because you're less attached to emotional trauma from the past and more focused on the future. So as long as you and your partner can create some vision toward the future that you both want to grow toward, you'll be willing to forgive whatever past grievances there are. Now, unfortunately, this is also the prime time of the month for relationship breakups. It's also because people are less emotionally attached to the past, so they don't have all that sentimental attachment to all the work they put into the relationship before. They're more interested in what they need to do to get to the future. So if you find that your partner is just holding you back and you're not really getting anywhere, this is the most prime time to prune the relationship, say goodbye, que sera, sera. What about kids? Well, kids will be very interested in science and technology today, so hands-on science or science fair projects could go quite well. Now, kids may also be quite rebellious against their parents and teachers today because the kids represent the future and they represent change, while parents and teachers represent more traditional values and perhaps outdated ways of doing things. So when they rebel, it's not, they might challenge you on your rules or the topics you're talking about, but it's not necessarily that they're trying to be completely disrespectful. Mostly they're just trying to challenge you because they're programmed to try to make changes for the future. So they want to know if this is a better way, or they want you to justify why we're doing things a certain way, because maybe perhaps there's better ways of doing things. So if you can always try to switch the topic to discussions about the future. For instance, they might be interested in talking about the colonization of Mars or the possibility of cyborg humans. You'd be surprised how much kids know about the future, even they look really small and innocent. They're almost like pre-programmed to know about the future, so give it a try. This is the best time of the month for shopping for technology, like electrical or optical gadgets such as a computer or some apps that can help modernize your life or your work. It's also the best time for investing in long-term growth stocks that involve technology because it's easier to see how a company's technology could solve a problem in the future, such as curing diseases through genetic engineering or some application of blockchain technology. Aquarius is an airy sign that rules the ankles and the lower legs. So you may have a lot of visionary ideas and a lot going on in your mind during this time. So it feels really good to go for a walk in the fresh air and kind of clear out your head and improve your circulation at the same time. Group exercises and some friendly sports are also very enjoyable now. It's a really good time to try something new. Just be careful. It's really easy to twist your ankle during this time. Aquarius fashion can be quite quirky and eccentric. That's because Aquarius is kind of a contradictory sign. So the elements that make up their fashion don't necessarily go together. You might see very contrasting colors, or the top doesn't really match the bottom, or a hat is from a different era than the rest of their outfit. They may also be interested in some new modern techie fabrics or just t-shirts with some unique design or slogan on them. Aquarius people were born between January 20th and February 18th. That's because the sun was in Aquarius when they were born. When the moon moves into Aquarius, it's like a spotlight shining on their sun. So you may be thinking more about your Aquarius family, friends, or celebrities during this time. Aquarius people can rise to the top through sheer unique abilities or styles or looks that only they seem to be able to pull off. Here are a few of my favorite Aquarius celebrities. You can mention yours in the comments. For actors, you have Jennifer Aniston, Elizabeth Olsen, and Michael B. Jordan, rest in peace. For singers, there's Ed Sheeran, Dr. Dre, XXXTentacion, rest in peace, and Alicia Keys. For athletes, well, Aquarius can be really good leapers because they have kind of springy ankles and lower legs. So really good leaping athletes include Michael Jordan, Cristiano Ronaldo, and Randy Moss. Other athletes are soccer players Neymar and Angel Di Maria. There's also NBA players Bill Russell and Klay Thompson. For the NFL, you have other great receivers like Jerry Rice and Julio Jones. For non-athletes, you have the funny YouTuber I Show Speed. There's famous scientist Charles Darwin, the creator of the theory of evolution. Honest Abe Lincoln, the president of the US that helped to abolish slavery. There's a lot of good science and futuristic writers, including Brian Greene, Michael Kaku, Ray Kurzweil, and yours truly, who wrote Visionary Times. There is also Thomas Edison, perhaps the greatest inventor ever, who invented electric light, digital music, movie studios, the concept of corporate research and development, and this really creepy doll. You can generate good luck today by being friendly, open-minded, visionary, and pruning away things in your life that no longer serve any purpose. Now's your chance, because in a day or two, the moon is going to move into the much more dreamy and spiritual sign of Pisces. It's it, and that's that for this video. Enjoy your day, and see you in the future.